The power of radio is in your hands. You can play. You can pause.
Rewind.
You can download. It's Vicalonia Radio. Solely for your listening pleasure. You are listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
They say the marriage is made in heaven, but weddings are made here on earth. There are a lot of things to consider just before your big day. So let's have a conversation. My name is Amaka Judge, and I'm a wedding planner. Join me every Saturday at 12 p.m. for Wedding CONVOS, only on Vicalonia Radio. Wedding CONVOS, your wedding, your way. Yay! It's another Saturday here again where we get to enjoy the undisputed wedding jollof rice, of course, the time where we get to enjoy amala and dinyo, and of course the day we get to slay, obviously, with our gele and our shrebi styles, but most importantly, the day we get to celebrate our wonderful newlyweds who have taken that bold step in professing their love and sealing it with a vow before family and friends. So today we're saying a hearty congratulations to everyone getting married today. So welcome, my darling wedding lovers, to Wedding CONVOS on Vicalonia Radio, and I still remain your humble host, Maxi. Today on Wedding CONVOS, we have a lot of gist packed out for you. But before then, remember that the program is divided into 3 segments. The part where we get to give you the latest gist of who got married, where, who attended, and what made the wedding spectacular. And yes, we also get to talk about some of those tips you need to look out for when planning your big day. I mean, just before you say, I do. And the part I usually look forward to is that part where we get to interact, and of course where we get to hear what our listeners have to say. Do not forget you're tuned to Vicalonia Radio, your number one edutainment radio, where we educate, inspire, motivate, inform, and of course entertain you. So guys, do you want to know who got our attention this week in the wedding scene? You want to find out? Well, let's go for a quick break and I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Diamond Mobile app has been upgraded with awesome new features like Isusu, which helps you save with your friends in groups or save by yourself. It also includes a self-service feature where you can adjust your transfer limits, request debit cards, and many more. With over 2 million users on board, Diamond Mobile is really going beyond banking. Diamond, your bank.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
Welcome back, guys. So over the week, we had a wedding ceremony of the gorgeous award-winning actress Kemi Lala Akindojo and her sweetheart Gubegbemi Fajeni, aka also known as Chairfres. Well, the celebration is being attended by friends and families. The bride is actually wearing, well, what is the bride wearing? the bride is wearing a dress from My at her fore, while the groom is looking super dapper in his piece by Maya Atafo himself. Now, we had wedding vendors. There are lots of wedding vendors. Oh no, they had a very good selection of the vendors. It was wonderful, from photographers to the event planner to the makeup artist, everyone. It was wonderful. Now, just a few lists of the vendors that was used at the wedding. Remember, the information pertaining to the wedding was not so much. In fact, the engagement was not even made to the open. It was kept a secret. So there's not so much information about the wedding, except of course pictures of the wedding. Now, for the vendors who had the opportunity of planning this wedding, we had the makeup artist, we had Pro Spotted Makeover, who made the bride up. We also had the stylist Yolande Okereke. Now, the hair was done by Baynard Smiles. Now, did you see the hair? The hair was wonderful. I love this so much. The makeup was very simple. I mean, very simple. There were no so much makeup. It was wonderful. Now, the stylist also did a very, very good job as well. Now, the wedding planner, guess who? Sapphire Event, of course. Sapphire Event did a wonderful job as well. Well, we had celebrities like Banky W, Ebuka attended, Obi Uchendu attended, Zainab Balogo attended. We have Osas Ajibade also attended the wedding. You know, there are a whole host of people who attended the wedding. There were lots of celebrities. Rita Dominic attended. Although Rita Dominic had about 2 events on that day, so she didn't stay quite long at the event. We also had this lady attended. Omotala attended the wedding as well. So it was quite a number of celebrities attending, and this couple were really quiet. You know, it's so spectacular. It was really a spectacular wedding. So now, moving on to our wedding tip for today. Now, remember that on this segment of the show, we get to give you all of those teeny-weeny things you need to look out for. Yes, teeny-weeny, but very important when you're planning your big day. Now, so first things first. Now, when you're planning a wedding, it can feel very pretty overwhelming. Trust me. I do it for a living. So while you're recruiting your professionals to help out, it can be a big deal. Now, maybe you are working on a tight budget, or you're trying to do it yourself. It may be a lot of work, but trust me, it is very possible for you to plan your dream wedding. Very possible. So when you're planning a big wedding, I'll list out some of the things that you need to do or take note of when you're planning. But before then, let's go for a teeny weeny break, just a small break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
When it's game time, we all feel the pressure. That's why we trust Rexona antiperspirant to never let us down. It gives us the best 48-hour protection when the pressure is on. Rexona gives us the confidence to always perform at our best. Rexona, 48-hour protection. It won't let you down.
Do you know that you can advertise your business and brand to thousands of listeners on Vikilonia Radio?
Oh yes, and at a very, very cheap and affordable rate. For as low as 1,000 Naira, you can advertise with us.
Simply call us on 081 39 36 3906. On Vikilonia Radio, we give a new life to your business.
You're listening to your number one online edutainment radio.
So now, welcome back. So it takes quite a bit of organization, when you're planning your wedding, you have to keep everything on track. When you're, faced with endless decisions, you have lists, you have deadlines, you still have your own life to deal with. It's a whole lot of stuff you have to deal with. You have to put these vendors together, you have to call family and friends, you have a guest list. All of that can be really tricky, but you have to take it one step at a time. You have to talk to friends and families. As much as a lot of people don't like to do this, you will not kill yourself with work, or you have to make sure to involve family and friends. However difficult this might be, you have to ensure that you bring trusted friends and families to do this for you. And also, do not ignore the fact that your husbands-to-be should also be involved. They should all help out, and give yourself plenty time to plan. You make things more harder on yourself if you try to, oversee every detail and try to do all. At the last minute, you find out that there are a whole lot of things you've not put together. So it's good if you take your time in planning. About a year would do, if possible, in planning your wedding. Try to make sure that you involve family and friends so that it doesn't overwhelm you. As much as people don't like this, it's one of the things I always advise when you are planning your big day. Involve people on time and let them know exactly what they will be doing for your wedding. So as soon as you have spent a lot of time, you start spreading the engagement news, all of that, the next thing you have to do is make sure to finalize your budget. Very important. Finalize your budget. Know exactly how much you'll be spending. You need to know what are those things you would be getting. Is it more than your budget? Understand all of that. So don't delay. Have this conversation early enough with your husband-to-be, family members. Who are those people who will be contributing in the wedding? List out all of these things so you know who will be helping out and who would not. Now, all of this will help you to prepare well and also give you a good reality check when it comes to your wedding. And also remember, very important, now you have to, set aside that money, that last minute spending, those miscellaneous spending that you would likely do. Very important, because those things will come up. You will miss out on some very important things. So you need to watch out for these things when you're planning your wedding. Keep that out. Make sure that you have outlined your budget, know who will be helping out, know how much you will be budgeting for this, and put everything in place. And of course, do not forget that you would need extra cash just in case something comes up. Very important. Yeah. So that part, we've come to the end of this second segment. And yay, that part where I like to talk about, where we get to interact, and we of course get to hear your comments, those who have shared their views. And I love you all for always coming through every week. Remember that this is Vickylonia Radio, your number one edutainment radio, where we get to entertain you, we inform you, we motivate you, we inspire you. On this platform, we have a Facebook group that's Wedding Convo for this program. It's Wedding CONVOS. If you want to join in the conversation, it's a public group, so you can as well join the group and you can share your ideas of the topics for the week. And of course, you can call the numbers on the app, the radio app, to also share your views. And of course, we have a WhatsApp line. We'll be letting out. You also see it in the app. You can always drop your comments there and it will be read on the live show. So today we would actually, it's more like a follow-up of the second segment. Now we're talking about, which do you prefer? Do you prefer a wedding that is given out to a wedding planner, or you prefer to plan your wedding by yourself? Well, we had a lot of comments. Really, some had their reasons. Some, just did not like the idea. So we have this one. Emmanuel said, well, it all depends on his budget and his wife. Emmanuel said, it's Actually, very possible he gives it out to an event planner just to make sure he doesn't stress his wife. Well, it was quite a lengthy conversation because we did a lot of replying and all of that process. So, but Emmanuel is saying that it all depends on his wife to be, and of course, the budget. While Linda is saying that she would plan her wedding herself. In her words, I will plan my wedding myself. I can do it myself. That's where her exact words. So are you like Linda? Do you feel like you don't want to give your wedding out to a wedding planner? And of course, if you do not, state your reasons. Let us know why you prefer to plan your wedding yourself. And this one is coming from Felix. Felix says, I don't mind giving my wedding to a planner, but of course I have to make sure that she plans it very well. Well, keep your comments coming. We have wonderful comments. Well, for me, maybe I am a wedding planner. Maybe that's why I wouldn't see any reason why you wouldn't want to give your wedding to a planner. Of course, there are different budgets, and one of the things that wedding planners try to do for you is to work on your budget. So always make sure to go for that wedding planner who would be ready and willing to work on your budget. It's very important because not everybody can afford to plan a flamboyant wedding. It just helps you to take the stress off your head. Now, this one is coming from Adaise. Adaise says, I had big stress planning my own wedding. If I had the opportunity next time, I will give it to somebody else. Well, that's wonderful coming from you. Thank you so much for your comments. We thank everyone who have dropped their comments. Please keep up this work. We would like to hear from you next week. And remember that this is Wedding Convos, and we have come to the end of today's show. We hope you enjoyed the show and would like to meet you up same time, same station on Vikilonia Radio. It was wonderful being with you in the studio today. Stay tuned for another edition of Wedding Convos. My name still remains Maxi, and I am your humble host. Bye-bye.